I'm 53 and I'm still trying to get out of this people-pleasing thing. This is gonna be the coffee talk on Sunday mornings. The evolution of trying to figure out how to think of myself first and take care of myself, obviously without hurting anyone else. Good morning, everyone. This Sunday morning, and welcome to Live Beauty Chat, Backstage Pass. I have just kind of gotten in a slump of what I'm going to talk about today. And then I thought I'm going to work on my eye makeup and my lips and keep the skin out of it. And hopefully that would make this a bit shorter. Well, I'm not happy with my skin. So this is turning into a correction. My skin, I'm not happy with it because I've been self-tanning and I've been out in the sun and my hyperpigmentation is crazy right here. And I tried to cover it. And I'm not liking the rest of my skin now because I worked so hard to cover this. Everything else to me is looking quite heavy. I don't know if you can see that all my lines in here are really exaggerated. In here, really exaggerated. Even under my eyes, very exaggerated. So this is turning into, what can we do to fix this? And if I can't fix it, I'll actually end up taking it off. Keep me reeled in because I do have a lunch date with my sister-in-law and my other family members. So I want to keep this kind of shorter. Mina, can you see the texture in my skin? Like from a distance, if I were in a photo, you would see it looks quite flat, but it doesn't look bad, right? But holy cow, you see when you come in close, I can really see the texture there. And I just used too much. You can't see texture? Oh, I can really see let me tell you, like right in there, and even especially right there, I can really see it. I'm gonna try to fix this. So I don't wanna go out to lunch looking like this. In the daylight, in my bathroom light, in different lighting, you can just really see makeup. I actually would just prefer to see my hyperpigmentation. I dampened a beauty blender. I don't use these very often, but in this case, it's gonna come in handy, I hope. Let me try Causemetics. So something like Causemetics, this is the Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. This is damp already and I'm gonna apply some of this on my sponge. Another one would be MAC Fix Plus. This I have, but I wanna read more about it. This is the all-nighter long-lasting makeup setting spray. Right now, I know my makeup's gonna last no matter what because it's quite matte and it's on there. But it does say that it is a hydrating setting spray, but I wanna research this a little bit more because it does have vitamin C, which I think is a great thing because it helps against free radicals and it helps brightening the skin. I'm going to spray this already damp sponge with the Causemetics. I'm just gonna pounce it on the back of my hand. I'm hoping that if I pounce that on, it's gonna take some of the foundation off and give me more hydration in the areas where I look dry and dull. It looks dull. Those lines there, I don't really notice them until I put a lot of makeup on. Yeah, you can see that as I'm pressing on there, you can see that the hyperpigmentation is starting to pop through. So it is working, what I'm doing. Unfortunately, it's removing coverage on the area that's driving me crazy. I want to teach meaningful things. It's fun playing, of course. I love playing, and I do have an eyeshadow palette to play with. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this. I've never been a fan of Morphe eyeshadow palettes. Never could understand the hype of these things, but I thought I would give it another try because maybe it will work and it'll be so inexpensive that people can play with color. To me, that is looking better. So that's how I would, like if you came into me and I was working at a makeup counter and I were to give you advice, that's what I would do. I would either switch up your foundation formula or remove some, or I would add moisture to make it look more natural. This side is looking more natural. This side is the one I'm showing you though, so I really should show you that one. Let me put a bit more on. So to troubleshoot, I would either think that maybe I didn't prep my skin well enough, and that very well could be. It could be that I used too much, I used the wrong formula. These formulas of foundation that I used, they're not drying. They don't usually do this. So this is what I think. I didn't prep properly. Now that I think of it, I'm sure that that's what happened. So if your foundation isn't sitting right, and everybody else is saying they love it for a certain reason, but you can't get it to look that way, really look at your skin prep because it makes a huge difference. I feel better. I don't have any shape to my face. I need some color, but I definitely feel better in these areas right here. Okay. I even got my eyebrows on today, so I didn't take forever doing that too. Now that I feel better with my skin, like a lot better, now I'm gonna go in with contour. I played around in a video and I hope I get it edited. It's been really hard because the construction's been going on so much in my house to do anything, to get any work done. But I did play with this, so I'm gonna do it again. This was the Nude Sticks. It's a bronzer contour-ish, and this is in Bond Belle. And I liked it. So I'm gonna show you this today. That's pretty. So this isn't too creamy. This isn't like a wet formula. It's actually, when I put it on my brush, this is a Merit brush, by the way, I really like it. When I put it on my brush, it's not gooping on there. And even when I tap it out on my hand, there's not a lot coming off, which I like. I don't want to put something on and then have to work to blend it off. On top of that, when it's not too moist, it's not going to remove all the foundation. If a product is too creamy, although I do love them, then sometimes I run the risk of removing foundation and getting that area to pop up more. Those damn things, eh? I have these blushes and I keep wanting to try them. They're good and they last. Maybe I'll just add a shimmer over top to make sure that I can get some kind of glow back. I wanted to also play with eyeliner on my hair's looking funny. Eyeliner on the bottom. I was looking for inspiration and I was looking at my Kevin O'Kwan book. This is, oh my gosh, what's her name? She's an icon, Mary Tyler Moore. And like, what a difference the eyeliner on the bottom can make. And this is another example of how the different makeup looks can really change your style. Do you play around with using eyeliner and not eyeliner or mascara only on the top? Like I can't really do that because, well, I just tinted my eyelashes, but typically they're so light I need something. But do you ever do that just for your different moods to keep it lifted, only do the top? I never do. It feels weird to me. And I think it's because I'm so fair. Can we take a vote? Because I have this Cosas blush and I could try it. I haven't opened it up yet. It's Butterflies Cool Baby Pink. Or I've got the Face Bond. I've got Back Talk and then Fleshed Out. Feel like I want something. No, that's not my mood today. Let me look at Back Talk. That's pretty. But these are mattes, so I'm not really excited to use a matte. Let me check this out. I think this might have a little bit more because it's a baked dimensional and brightening blush. Yeah, I feel like that's what I need. So let me try this one. So I was on a live not long ago, bouncing around to topics, and I tried a Cheekbone Beauty lipstick. It wasn't going on the way I wanted it to, but I did try Cheekbone Beauty eyeshadow sticks. I have a couple minis that I can't get this open. And I liked them, so I will show you guys that. I filmed a video yesterday and I couldn't use sound because it was so freaking loud in here. We're doing the hardwood floors up above my head. Painful. So I'm gonna do a voiceover, but I did show them in a video, so I'll show you those. Oh my God, it's like a bank. Trying to get into a safe to this thing. Cosas did send this to me, by the way, and the spray. I wanted to let you know that they sent that to me, which is really nice. Whoa, let's try it. My daughter and I went to the art store yesterday and I bought some oil paints. I'm so excited. I start my new painting class May 14th. It's 5 classes, 3 hours each time, and I'm gonna end up with a finished painting. So I can't wait to show you. I hope it looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. This is being applied with a rougher brush. This is a special edition. I don't even know what the number is, but it's got this beautiful, I think it's very close to a 05. So let's pop that on. Yeah, nice. See, that's what I'm looking for. Something to brighten me up a little bit. I feel like I'm not having the best skin day. Maybe it's all the dust from the hardwood floors going on in my house. It's been a stressful couple of weeks. And thank you for being here because I realized the other day I had to get out of the house. It was so loud. There was nowhere for me to go and I mentally just could not take it. It was like nails on a literal nails, like that constant for hours. I don't know how the guys take it. And I realized because I've spent all of my years looking after 4 kids and making sure that everybody else is okay, I really don't have a community here. So the only place I could go to escape to was either my mom and dad's, but they were golfing, or my daughter's, but she was working. So I ended up sitting in my car for hours. I did do a few errands, but other than that, I actually went to a park and sat in my car. I need to find a community badly. That happens too because I've moved around so much. This is nice. Guys, this is really pretty. And I can see that glow that's happening even though it's over my spots. My best friend is in New Jersey. And when I came here to Canada, I instantly was a mom of 4 and then I got sick. So I really haven't had the opportunity to go out and find my people. And I did have some people, but there's a lot of drinking involved and I don't really resonate with that too much. I'm all right around that, but I find that because I deal with health issues, is that going on splotchy because of just me having a bad skin day? Because I know that this is pretty and it wouldn't normally. I just feel a bit splotchy. Oftentimes I would be invited to events by, especially this one girl, very, very nice girl. I was sitting in a group of very healthy women enjoying themselves, and it was almost a lonely feeling because nobody really, and not that they need to know, but nobody really understood what the amount of pain I was in when I was sitting there. Even though I was with a bunch of women, my life was so different than theirs. And I'm not gonna talk to them about how I'm feeling, because who wants to hear that? It was a lot of pretending and smiling once again when I was in so much pain and not feeling well. This is the Urban Decay All-Nighter, by the way. Does anyone else feel that way? Like if you do struggle with health issues, that sitting in a group of women, or sitting in a group, doesn't matter, like a dinner out or an event or something, when you're in so much pain, it's really hard to connect with people. Not that I have to be surrounded by people who are in pain to feel connected, but again, that feeling of being silent when you're not okay. I keep seeing these videos and I feel like it's becoming more and more a thing where people are saying it's okay to not to be okay. And I feel like we need that message so badly because we're taught to smile through everything. I have lipsticks here. Thrive Causemetics sent me these lip tints and they're matte, it looks like. I did want to swatch them if I had enough time, but I'm just gonna pick one. Barely able to, yeah, because of pain, trying to act normal. I just can't, yeah. And then that's lonely, Mina. That's why I feel like this color is Cassandra. Let's try this one. Okay. Oh, that feels nice. Oh, that's pretty. Pretending to please. Yeah. And I want to be there. I want to, like, it's such a catch-22 because I want a community. I want to be around people. But it's hard being around people who have all these stories of all these things that they've done. And oh yeah, I go golfing and there's a lot of people around us that they have Ladies League, for an example. And they have these events that they are talking about and reminiscing about and all these wonderful times. I could cry talking about it, honestly. When you've been sick and when you've been in pain for so long, you've missed out on so much that I don't have anything to add to that conversation. So that's lonely. So it's almost like I don't need to be around a bunch of people that have gone through what I've gone through, but at the same time, if we're with each other, we don't have to pretend. That's pretty, that feels really nice actually. Better get off that topic because it's sad. I get very sad about it. So that's part of why I like this community, or I want this community, because I know a lot of people that watch my videos also struggle and have pain and chronic health conditions. And I feel like in our membership, we save other people that aren't in pain and aren't going through things. I don't want to drag anyone down by talking about these things. So I feel safer here because I feel like if you're here, then maybe we go through the same things and we're all looking for community. Life just isn't what it used to be, and being with people that understand it does make it easier. It does. It does. Thank you for being here because it gives me a purpose. It really does. Let's play with this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go into this. And it gives me a community, something that I've been lacking for so long. My kids are around and great, Oh, this actually, I can tell you already that's looking good. I made judgments on this and I can tell you that is looking good already. Yay. And when you have kids, I do have a great relationship with my kids, but you don't want to put that on them all the time too. And God, they have had to watch me. Well, they've seen what I've missed out on. There's sadness there too, that I wasn't the mom that I wanted to be. I pretend for them too, all the time. Who wants to put that burden or that worry on their children? Nobody. I'm actually gonna use the same brush. I'm going to use that one. Is that too peachy? Nectar. So I'm gonna put that on the outer part here, just to see. Usually if I'm not sure about a color, I will start it off in that outer corner because I can always hide it. This is a nice spring eyeshadow look. Yay. Okay, this brush is too stiff to bring it up into the crease. The only one I'm not sure about is this one. You know I'm gonna have to use it. The Kyle Cease and Dr. Joe Dispenza and all the other videos that I watch. I should list some of the podcasts that I listen to in the description box if you're ever interested. But they talk about our ability to heal ourselves, and so much of our pain is energy that's stuck, and we just don't remember how to move the energy out of our body. And it's all done through breathing exercises. I want to believe that's true, so I'm learning. And when I really get stressed out or a feeling of defeat, then I do lie down. I give myself quiet time and I focus on my breathing. And it does calm me down. It does help. I'm gonna take this Nectar color. This is 01. And I'm gonna bring it up into the crease. I'm excited. Look at that lip. This like I planned it. See, everything happens as it should. And I do believe that too. I believe that everything is happening as it should. Sometimes it's hard. There's this artist, he's an amazing rapper. Amazing. I've been listening to this guy for the past few years. I just love this kid. He is so talented, and he has Lyme disease and he really struggles with his health. And he wrote this rap song. It's called Sick Boy. And I saw a TikTok video of his this morning and it just made me bawl. Maybe I shouldn't share it on here because I'll probably cry, but I could put it in the description box as well afterwards. He talked about how he had said to his mom when he was young and first got sick, if I have to deal with this pain more than a year, I can't handle it. I don't want to be here anymore. And years went on, and as the years went on, he felt sicker and sicker and had more pain and more pain. And he realized that I should just let him say it, because he just had to accept that this is the body he was given. And when he started to accept that this was his journey, then things started getting better for him. He is struggling right now with a lot of pain and stuff, but he did have some good energy at some point. Stress can really just knock you right down, eh? Do you like that? I feel like a spring flower. Yay. That's sometimes all you need, especially for a lunch date, going out with my family. I want to say girlfriends because they are my girlfriends, but they're younger than me too. And it's so interesting because I learned so much from them as well. Their parenting styles are so different and their communication styles are so different, which is really nice. It's like they were born into this world with a different attitude and a different vocabulary. I don't know that I want to put that on because it's so fresh. Maybe I'll go to this color. This color is Sweet Sting. Yeah, pretty. Okay, so I'll do this eye with the shadow underneath. I almost forgot what one of the topics that I wanted to play around with. I do feel like it doesn't matter, even if it's a light color, to blend an eyeshadow underneath your eye. It does give that frame and it makes it look bigger, but then there's other women that they're not so much worried about the bigger, they're more wanting the lift. One thing I've noticed that I've really not been paying attention to is this whole thing. I notice that in a lot of my videos, especially my lives, because I get talking so much. Let me just bring this down a little bit. What I should be doing to give myself that lift is cleaning this up, and I'm going to do that now. On a different topic, I had this woman, she has an event to go to next week, and she was asking for advice. She wanted to look special for this event that she has to go to. I think her son's being celebrated for something in New York. Sounds exciting. She was ready to go out and buy, nice foundation. But this woman doesn't wear foundation at all. Generally, she only wears concealer. So this is something that I feel like, and I don't know that you'll be like that here because we all tend to love makeup. So she wanted my advice, and that immediately told me that there was no point in her going out and buying an expensive foundation because something about her doesn't like the feel of foundation on her skin. This is really important when you're making decisions and you're watching somebody else do their makeup and thinking that you need to do a certain thing to feel special or to dress up or for an event makeup, because it's really important that you can look really special without buying like an $80 foundation or a $60 foundation. And this is where our private consultations come in, getting to know the textures that you all like, because what I suggested for her was, you're not gonna like a full coverage. You're not gonna like really any kind of coverage. If anything, she would be the type of person that would want a tinted moisturizer or like a MAC Face and Body foundation. Really important when you look at creators and you look at advice that you're looking at on, TikTok or YouTube or anything, that you take into consideration your own personality. And remember, what works for one person is not gonna work for you necessarily. So keep that in mind when you're deciding to do makeup purchases. So I'm looking for a concealer that I want to brighten that up with. Let me go for the Fenty. So I'm noticing here, I'm just going on every topic, the ADHD brain. I want to lift that up a little bit there because it always makes a difference, and I forget sometimes, and I get so like, it could have looked so much cleaner. So just giving that little bit of a lift. Even though I have shadow down on that bottom lash line, you can still make sure that your eye is lifted just by cleaning that up and making sure. Yeah, you see the difference? I really like that. Okay, and I want to play with this shimmer. There's this shimmer, and then there's this, what is that? That's actually really pretty. It's an interesting texture because it almost feels like nothing's coming on your finger, but obviously it is. Let me try that one first. And then we've got that gold shade, which I'm not gonna do. This is a pretty palette. I just put some on my hand. Okay, so I am gonna, the middle finger, I am gonna try that first. Search for the past year to find something light on the face. I would say if you don't like that feeling of, depending on what your skin type is, Melissa, if you have oily skin, like one of my daughters has really oily skin, and we stick with a powder for her. It's what makes her feel the most comfortable. She gets oily during the day. So she uses and has used for years Glow Skin Beauty. It's like a Bare Minerals. It's in a compact and it brings down the shine. It gives her a nice coverage, but you can still see through it. Like her skin still looks like skin. It tones down all the redness in her skin, and it doesn't feel like anything on her skin, which is the most important, because I find that if you have oily skin, you don't like that feel of makeup generally, unless you're a makeup lover. Oh, you have dry skin. Okay, so try MAC Face and Body. What do you have to cover, Melissa? Let me just put this on. Do you have a lot of discoloration or just a bit of redness that you want to even out your skin? Because even if you have discoloration, I would still, that's pretty. Almost just gives that wet look. You could still use a very light, and which I would have done had this little fix of mine not worked. You use a light coverage like a skin tint or a MAC Face and Body is really beautiful. It lasts all day. It feels nice on the skin. And then you cover your hyperpigmentation up with a little bit something with more coverage. I just left Sephora to buy the Fenty tint. Oh, you'll like that. The one in the dropper, is that the one that you have? A little bit of redness, but tone it down with the color. Okay, I have redness too, but I don't generally use a green. Melissa, are you talking about the tint that it's the drops, the dew drops? Or like in the stick? This is so pretty. There is a more hydrating formula that she has, and I like that for my skin. Yeah, I'll just wait for you to answer. I didn't find that it worked well for my skin, and I'm dry. And maybe I'll add a touch of this. Skin's pretty good for 50, I feel, especially on my T-zone. When I put anything there, I look like a corpse in a casket. Make sure that your color isn't too light. Really important. And I'm gonna go in with this color right here. And I'm just gonna pop it like right, I feel like I'm dehydrated today. I can see all the texture. Just pop it right in there. Yeah, how pretty. Yay, not sticks, it's a drops. Okay, I hope it works for you. Make sure to prep your skin well beforehand. I find that it's a little bit more for normal combo oily. So do you see the difference with this? Should I just even this out? I feel like you see the difference. Or should I just put mascara on? Let's try a mascara. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this too. This is the Wonder Skin where you tint. Maybe I'll wait for another video with that because I do want to swatch the Thrive Causemetics. The other one that's really light too is this one, the Estee Lauder Futurist. Super light in texture, really, really light. I have a video of that, so it is really very, very light. The texture is like watery. Another one that's very, very light, that's hydrating for dry skin and a beautiful coverage is Dior Hydra Foundation. Really nice as well. We need a vote, you guys. I have so many mascaras on the go. I've used this a lot. This is the Lancome Flutter Lashes. So you know my opinion on that. I've got the Givenchy. I have the Giorgio Armani. I have the Prada and the MAC Elevated. I can do one on one side and one on the other so we can see the difference. Don't let me go on to the other eye without doing that. Laura Mercier Tinted. Oh, that's a good one. I bought the Ilia, but a little too greasy. It is a little bit greasy. I find that too. It slides, and then you have to set it because it's so slippery, and then it defeats the purpose. The Laura Mercier is good, but MAC Face and Body won't move. We used to, and still many makeup artists use that for weddings. And the MAC Face and Body, you can layer it. You can layer up to 4 layers. So if there's an area that's not quite covering as much, just let it set for a few minutes and then go back in with another layer. It's really pretty, especially if you don't need a lot of coverage, but you can get nice coverage with it for sure. Have you tried Guerlain Terracotta Le Tint Glow? I don't think I have tried that one. I used to use Lingerie de Peau, but it looks like they don't have that one anymore. Their foundations are so beautiful. They don't have a great shade range though. That's the only problem I find with them. Is anyone voting for me? Which mascara should I use? The one that I'm noticing a difference with is the Prada. So let me show you Prada and then we'll choose another one for the other eye. Because I find that this is a unique, one of the more unique ones. Watch it make me a complete liar now. But I find that the formula provides a little bit of a fluffy kind of soft lash while still making it stand out, which is nice for this look actually. I don't even care. I like all of them. There's not one that I find that I don't like. Prada, okay, perfect. Driving myself crazy about this one too. Buy or not buy? I don't know. You need to buy it and then tell us how it goes. Only if you want to. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Kelly, you should come on a live with me. You ever want to do that? You've got such a collection of makeup. Wouldn't it be cool to get on with me and just chat together and do our makeup together? Anyone that would do that with me, please let me know because I just have to send you a link and then we can actually be on the screen together doing our makeup. I would love that. Seriously. It's so much fun when you get together and do it with somebody else and actually learn and see, because we would be able to see what it would look like on you. Kelly, please. Anyone. Good. And I do find that this really grabs the bottom lashes nicely. This brush. Okay, so there's one eye. Pretty. And I never make a mess on the other side, which is nice. And nobody's making the decision for me. So let's go with MAC. Okay, perfect. I'm happy with this makeup look. Yay, I was really unsure. What lip liner am I gonna use with this? Oh yeah, I did go for a coffee with a girl who I met. There's a program for Canadian business owners, females, and it's called Pero. So I met this girl on the call and her and I went for coffee. She was so full of information. Hang on, I just want to concentrate on this. Do we see a difference? See, this is why I want to do it side by side. I'll have to get you guys to tell me. The only thing with this brush, I don't know if you can see that I got some on the inner rim. I don't have that happen with the Prada. Not a big deal, I can wipe it off. They're both nice. I just tried e.l.f. Brow Wow Gel and it's better than Benefit. And that's awesome. I think that's Nikki LaRosa's favorite one. I don't use the colored brow gel like that because I can never seem to get it to the color that I want. Let's do a second coat of Prada on this side. Are you noticing a difference? I have to look at you straight ahead. She has talked about it. Yeah, she's hard on herself with her brows. Anyway, this girl, she's opening up a business, or she's planning. She hasn't quite taken the next step yet. Planning to open up a business here in Ottawa with all Canadian brands. I feel like this side is lifted more, but again, that's not fair because this is my droopier eye. There's definitely curl still happening on this side. Okay, let's go back to the MAC. So Ottawa, the National Capital Commission, it's called. They own a bunch of buildings downtown. Let's just focus here. I want to talk, but I want to get this done. Oh, there we go. That's better. I think I just wasn't hitting the ends of my lashes as well. Prada side is much more lifted. Okay, now what do you think? Because I feel like I did a better job on that side now. Do they look the same? The brushes are definitely different. Okay, so I have a choice now. I actually don't mind this eye without the shadow underneath it. I'm gonna make it even because I like this side better, but I don't mind that. I think that looks nice. It did just need a second coat for sure. It looks better, much better. I'm gonna have to look back at this and see. So this girl, she gave me all this information. She was so nice. National Capital Association in Ottawa. I don't wanna wreck my underneath mascara now. They have all these empty buildings downtown in the market, and they're trying to rebuild the market and make it more travel friendly and more appealing for, travelers and guests, and more for Ottawa. So she's negotiating a lease for this building that Ottawa owns, and the deal is so good. So she was teaching me you negotiate when you want to rent a space, and I just have this big dream of getting a studio, and I was talking about how I could have a space and even maybe supplement the space's rent if I rented a part of the studio out to maybe a photographer or somebody who it's in the same kind of line of work, then I wouldn't worry so much about, I would have a little bit of that rent for the studio space guaranteed if I got a good renter. You never know if you're gonna get a good renter. I wanna put a little bit of liner on the inside of my eye to brighten it up. This is Urban Decay. They're looking for owners, good, solid owners and businesses to put in that market in the Ottawa area that's going to attract people. Then I had this vision that I would have my studio set up there, and then I would invite people in to sit and play and be a YouTuber. And I would teach them, guide them on how to, even young kids. I think that would be so cool. A young makeup lover wanting to sit in front of the camera, and I don't know if that would even be a thing, but I just had this idea of how fun that would be. We're gonna do lips. I'm gonna go in with Pillow Talk Fair. Manifest Away Girl. This girl, I actually would love to get involved with her because she was thinking about renting part of her space. And I was thinking how cool that would be because I loved her energy. She knows what she's doing. She really knows what she's doing. The girl I met, she worked for PR companies, for beauty brands, and for luxury bags, like all these beautiful luxury bags. And she was so interesting to talk to. She was in her 30s, and wow, she was smart. Okay, so we know what this color looks like, and I think that looks really pretty. Maybe I would add a bit of a gloss. But let's go on with this one. It's called Neha, N-E-H-A. Should I have even done the lip liner? Let's just put this one on again so we know what it looks like. It feels really nice, not too slippery, kind of balmy feeling, and there's no smell. These are vegan, by the way. It's not a bad smell. If there's any smell, it's so subtle. That one was Cassandra. So the first one was Cassandra. Now we're gonna do this other one that I just said, Neha. Really pretty color. I think that matches my makeup look really nice. I'm gonna try to keep that lip liner on. I like Thrive Causemetics a lot. I have a lot of these lipsticks, really nice. They last, okay. Really beautiful summer colors, eh? I feel brighter with this one, which is nice. I feel good in brighter colors. Okay, let's take this off. 4 more to try. This is a light one. It's called Elizabeth. Okay, so far all wearable colors, even this cool pink. Very pretty. I have hyperpigmentation on my lip for some reason. I don't know why. It's my nurse injector a while ago. She said, you know, you have a broken blood vessel under there, right? I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it's there forever. So I can see through this, which isn't a bad thing. So it is more like a lip tint. Yeah, so it's a lip tint. It's kind of see-through. Another winner. That goes too. Ah, how am I gonna decide? This one is Chenoa, C-H-E-N-O-A, Chenoa. This one looks like it is a bit more warm, maybe? Yeah. I don't think this goes with this look, but it's a nice color. And then we've got Nancy and Maria. Let's go Nancy. Kelly, did you answer me? You're just avoiding my question when I said go live with me. Did you even answer my question? Oh, was that yes, that you would come on live with me? I'll wait for your answer. That would be great. Okay, this is warmer too, more neutral. Not again with this look, and it needs a lip liner. I'm getting messy. Okay, one last one. I think I'm gonna like this one, Maria. Maria. Let's go. Oh, I like that too. My stomach's growling. This is a typical color for me. Anyone want to see the Merit lip liner that they've come out with? It's supposed to be more of a sheer lip liner. I think that, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming that lip liner would go really nice with this. So you'd just be able to line it and it not be opaque, because all lip liners are opaque. I feel like this goes with this look as well, but I'm not gonna wear it. Made in Italy, by the way. I noticed in my last video I did that my hair was looking really yellow. Usually when I highlight my hair, I get it to a nice pale yellow and I don't really have to tone it. This time I had to tone it. I'm so much happier with it now. Yellow and me do not work out. I think this one. Yeah, I feel fresh with that one. Yay, okay. They did give me like a highlighter. I wanted to try that out. I believe that this is a highlighter. And I don't normally wear highlighters all the time, but I am feeling more matte today, so I think it's a perfect time to try it. And I'm gonna use my makeup sponge for that. Just pop it on here, see what happens. I feel like I could use a bit more blush, actually. Now that I see this side, could just be my lights though. I know it's probably gonna grab onto my highlighter, but let's just go with this one. I feel like maybe a touch more blush there. Let me try this out. This is the new formulation of the Haus Labs bronzer, and I got it in light medium, Terra Sol. I'll have to really do an actual review video. Who was it that was telling me that this spray wasn't working well for them? I can't remember. It's not causing me a problem. Oh, I did feel a little water drop there on my lip. You did put it in a different container? I did feel that little drippy drop. Actually, look at that. Oh, can you see that? Hey, so that's on the big one. I didn't have it on the mini. All right, guys, I'm done. Yay, I didn't take forever. I'm so happy with myself. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for any new members that joined as well. I love this space. I feel like it's nice to just talk openly and not worry about what everybody else is thinking. I overshare, I think, but that's just my personality. So I hope it helps you in some way and helps you not feel so alone. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you later. Bye.